Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. I did an upload of my new sensor, which is starting to work quite well now. 7.4. I did go up to 22 earlier. So, ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ooh-ah. Now, I want to discuss something that, I don't know, let's just adjust this a bit. There we go. And that is, having diabetes was a blessing. And everyone's going, oh my God, how can it be? Did you hear me? He said it was going to, he said it was going to be a blessing. Oh, I can't believe that. Well, to tell you the truth, it was, sorry, there was just something on TV. I, as a child, as I am now, rather a large individual. And in grade school, I was picked on for it. I was a fat kid. And going up to grade 8, first day of school, hey, I wore a Star Wars shirt. It was red with yellow print on it. And I thought, great. I went to school. And for that first month, by the end of it, I was just so sick. For September, you don't think how quickly this came on. This went from 0 to 90 in 5 seconds flat. Well, not quite. Now, I don't know, ideally, and I have nothing to back this up with. Did I enter puberty just after I got my blood sugars under control? Because by the time I got back to school, the beginning of November, I had lost weight. I looked like I had shot up. I looked like a totally different individual. And that's why I thought it was a blessing. Now, after having diabetes for a while, sorry, itchy nose. Do I still think it? Yeah. I mean, by the time I got into being a teenager, my whole life changed. I was a tall person. I carried my weight fairly well. I was never sort of as small as that, but my life changed around. And yes, I had to give shots 4 times a day. Well, it started off as 1, went to 2, and then ended up at 4. Now, I'm lucky enough to have the insulin pump. But do I still think of it as a blessing? In some ways, yes. I think about it. Oh, there it is. I think about it because when I have normal blood sugars like now, I feel 100% better. If my blood sugar starts over 10, I can sort of function. I had a boss once who said, "Oh, I can always tell when you have a high blood sugar. Your eyes kind of just like you're dragging." And thinking back, classes I conducted, I know the fact that the product I gave as someone who has well-controlled blood sugars certainly changed from those when I was totally out of whack. But when I have normal blood sugars, even if right now, as we know, I'm kind of in bed most of the time because of an ailment I have. But my days go a lot better with a normal blood sugar. And that's one of the reasons why I want to show you. I did this already, I know. Oops, I dropped down to 6.9. But show you that what my blood sugar is. And right now, I feel awesome. Now, this isn't the new system. I will get the new system in a week's time. So we'll be able to get the new system and give an analysis on how that goes. Things change seems like a couple of days with diabetes. Keeping your blood sugar, 10 to 12 was normal. If you were in there, you were fine. Doctor would ask how it's going. "Oh, it's going great. I do all my urine tests. They come back negative." And he didn't really know. So, keeping things tight control now will stop you from having complications. I have neuropathy. I have a few. I did a whole series on the complications I have. But yet, if we aim and get a normal blood sugar, how much better. My thinking is so much clearer. So, in that aspect, yes, diabetes is definitely a blessing. There's a hell of a lot of crap to go through to get to that blessing. I won't lie to you. There's the testing, there's seeing doctors all the time, there's the emergencies that happen. But my blessing allows me to do so much more when I have a normal blood sugar. I want to have a normal blood sugar, but I don't want to have low, so I won't just give extra insulin so I drop. And if you're having any issues along those lines of where you feel that you need to play around with your insulin, get help. And I don't mean that derogatory, and we all can and say, oh, well, yes, get help. But you seriously do. And talk to someone. You should be able to have a day where you feel the best you can. Just because you have diabetes doesn't stop that. And I've heard and I've actually experienced this with, there was a girl when I was in high school, I was in the hospital again, I know. And she ended up in the hospital because she was playing around with her insulin because she wanted to lose weight. And she went and got help for it. And I saw her down in the town because I had to go every so often for blood tests. I saw her in the town and she looked a hell of a lot of better. You know, teenagers, we think we know everything. Well, didn't we all think we knew everything? So, work towards being in control and think about when you were diagnosed to having awesome control and how much better you'll feel. That's it, and we'll talk again later. Bye.